Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Dallas Daily Show, coming at you from the Neighborhood Loan Studio here in St. Louis, Missouri. Today's episode is RSS feed troubles. All right, let's get into the conversation. For those of you who have been regular listeners and subscribers of the pod, I gotta apologize for something. A couple of weeks ago on the feed, and I work out a couple of weeks typically on the timeline of these recordings, so I'm just now getting to apologize for it, but, better late than never. We had, and I don't even remember what episode number it was, maybe around 80-something, maybe 10 episodes or so ago, we had the RSS feed inside of our podcast streaming platform went out, but it went out unmonitored. So like the episode stopped on, I think, a Wednesday and didn't pick back up till the following Tuesday or Wednesday. So I apologize that the Dallas Daily Show was not daily for a while. I started getting texts about 4 days into it from a couple of people who know me, who I know are subscribers. I don't know everybody, obviously, who subscribes to the pod, but we got a message through the website. Then a couple of my friends were like, "Hey, man, where's your pod at right now? Are you okay?" Or check. They were like checking in on me to make sure I was okay. And I'm sitting there going, I don't know what y'all are talking about. In my brain, I've recorded all of these episodes. They're edited, they're in the hopper, they're ready to go out. And so I go and I look, and sure enough, the RSS feed link had been broken to the streaming platforms, to Apple and to Spotify and to YouTube and all of this. And it had been broken for multiple days. And I just didn't pay attention. I didn't know that had happened. So anyway, I apologize that happened to you all, and hopefully you were able to catch back up. There were some good episodes in there too, so I would definitely say if you didn't listen to them because they didn't happen on the daily, maybe use it for your weekend workout or something, or your weekend drive. That way you can catch up, because there were some fun ones. That was the week we were talking about like theater and coachability and the stand-up, and then I got to get into a little bit of yes, I did talk about mime, which, by the way, Taylor, just so you know, in the mime episode, Hilarious was the most downloaded episode like in a month. So people must have seen the title and been like, I want to listen to the mime conversation. But then there was one about like singing, and then there was one about my time as a stunt performer and a cowboy getting shot off of 20-foot and 25-foot high falls. So you definitely missed a couple. And then last week I started talking about some lessons from the Hermitage. So definitely go back and listen if you haven't. Cheap plug, help me out, get the download levels up. But also I think you'll appreciate some of those apps. The RSS feed was intriguing. It brought up some interesting stuff for me because I was completely unaware of it. And there was a disruption in the feed, but it was an unmonitored disruption. And I started to think about that a little bit, going, oh, man, we can sometimes have disruptions in our own personal feed, can't we? We can sometimes get a little bit of a link issue, and maybe we're not downloading the latest version of ourselves, the future you version of you, and maybe you're caught in the old thing because there's simply something broken that we're not addressing, and it's completely unmonitored. So maybe we're working on something and our awareness starts really high at the beginning. We're like, oh, I'm gonna lose the weight, or I'm gonna work on my relationships, or we're gonna budget this month, or I'm gonna get that promotion, or I'm gonna quit yelling at the kids, whatever the thing is that you start working on, and you're like, I'm going to link up to the new version of me, the future you version of me. And we begin to link up to that, and it's steady for a while, and we've got a good stream going, but then we lessen our awareness over time. We quit monitoring who we're becoming, and we slowly fall back into who we were, or we fall back into the broken links version of us. And so it was a real reminder for me, not just to like weekly check on the pod and make sure that it's still streaming out. Yes, definitely added it. I called my exec assist and I was like, hey, just have me check these on Friday or something so I can make sure that the episodes have gone out for the week. But then also the other side of it is just in my own personal life, the challenge came. What am I leaving unmonitored? What did I start on that maybe I fell back into old broken links, old broken beliefs, old broken behaviors? But because I'm not paying attention to it, because my awareness is no longer high, my awareness has gone back to the old rote, the old pattern, right? Maybe what's happening is the old me is still working out. Maybe the old me is still starting to come out a little bit more. What about you? Are there places in your life that maybe you start really high, start really well, and you're going, yeah, that's who I want to become. And then over time, you quit paying attention, you quit pressing in, you quit monitoring it. And what happens is life occurs, stuff occurs. I was on the road when this occurred, so I wasn't just, paying attention as much. But other things occur in our lives, and we find ourselves with broken links, unmonitored behaviors, and old results. So, just something for you to think about today. Where is it that maybe in your life you were getting some breakthrough and you've noticed the breakthrough has started to slip? Perhaps you've got a broken link somewhere that you need to go back and check the feed. Check the feed and make sure you're still anchored to the new future you that you are on the trajectory of becoming, and not just caught in the old unmonitored version of you that's been around for a long time, so it's easy to fall back into, right? So that's the challenge I have for you today, my friends. Check your links, monitor your awareness, make sure that your RSS feed, your personal development feed, is still locked up to the future version of who you want to become. That's all I got for you to think about today. So go out there, my friends. Have a championship day.
Thanks for listening to my dad's podcast. For more tools, go to DallasDailyShow.com. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.